Breaking recruiting news earlier today is Roderick Robinson II decommits from UCLA and actually commits to Georgia. Is breaking news for a program that is honestly known as RBU with the way they've been able to develop running backs. And Roderick Robinson is very highly ranked for us at campusducanton.com. So what does this mean for UCLA in losing such a talented running back? And what does this mean for Georgia? So let's start with Roderick Robinson. He is listed at 6'1", 230. He is a massive running back, but he's extremely talented. He is highly graded for most of us. He's in my tier 2 as RB7, and I'm pretty sure he's higher for some of the other guys here. We are very high on Roderick Robinson, and he's gotten a lot of love this season, including a massive game earlier this year with over 400 yards. I believe it's actually over 500 yards rushing, multiple touchdowns. So right now, we are 7 weeks into the high school season. He has 126 carries in 8 games for 1,657 yards, 6 games with over 100 yards and 24 touchdowns. He was our player of the week earlier this year with his performance. He has been absolutely killing it. So what exactly does Roderick Robinson do well, at least that I am a fan of his game? I think he shows really good patience behind his line and displays very good vision. He typically picks a hole and runs or runs through it or bounces it outside. He moves well for an RB listed at 230 and moves fairly well laterally as well, better than I actually expected him to move. He does have some catches on film and he looks decent. Obviously, I'd like to see that be a little bit more, and he does have some average speed. While he won't take every run to the house, he is not easy to bring down at all, and he's not overly elusive, though I don't know that that matters. Why this is a big thing for UCLA is I kind of felt like he was the perfect fit in their offense and the Chip Kelly scheme. Chip Kelly has gotten the most out of his running backs. You look at what Zach Charbonnet is doing this year. He was able to put guys like Josh Kelly into the NFL, among others. Go all the way back to his Oregon days. He's consistently put running backs into the NFL. And they've played out well for the CFF side, the college fantasy side, and then obviously getting the draft capital. Us at C2C, we look for both of those things. I honestly think Roderick Robinson has a NFL future with the way that he runs the ball just now currently in high school. But going to a place like UCLA, I felt like was going to be kind of the perfect mesh point for both at the C2C side and then the NFL draft side. And the fact he's going to produce for you very well on the college side and then go to the NFL. Why that is a little bit more concerning with him going to Georgia, while it's definitely good for his draft side, right? The draft capital, Georgia puts running backs into the NFL. We know that. They have a loaded running back room because they are very good at recruiting the best running backs, bringing them in, again, developing them, putting them in the NFL. You got Kenny McIntosh there, who I think is likely gone after this year, especially with the year he's having. We just saw James Cook get drafted, I believe, in the second round last year. Kenny McIntosh, you could argue, is better. So I think that he is definitely gone after the season and going into the NFL. But then you have Kendall Milton and Dejon Edwards. Okay, so Milton, I thought he was going to be really good this year. Why he hasn't been fantastic? He hasn't been bad either. He's just been okay. I could very easily see him coming back for another season. If that's the case, that puts two guys that we at Campus to Canton, Mike, I can't say the name of our own website here. Campus to Canton were very high on. Branson Robinson was obviously very highly ranked in the recruiting services, but Andrew Paul was not. And he came out as a top 10 running back for us. Now, he did tear his ACL earlier in the spring. He is a 3-star, 5'11", 220 pounds. But still, when he comes back, those two guys are going to be behind Milton and possibly Edwards if both of those guys stay, in which case you're looking at Robinson possibly not seeing the field until his junior year, which we've kind of seen as a trend for these Georgia running backs. Now, again, that doesn't mean it's a bad thing for his NFL side and draft side, and that's honestly all Roderick Robinson should care about, and I'm not knocking him for making the decision. If you're a running back, going to a place like Georgia, who I really think you could call RBU, and the way they've developed running backs is a good fit. It is a little bit disappointing for us on the C2C side who care about the college fantasy side, because I think he would have started as a freshman and absolutely smashed at UCLA, but we're not going to get that. If you do want to invest in a UCLA running back, I do think that Deshaun Morrell is the guy to go for now that we know Roderick Robinson has moved on and has committed to Georgia. It's a great get for the Georgia Bulldogs. I mean, they've got themselves an incredible running back. I think again, they've got Branson Robinson and Andrew Paul coming up through their system there. Kendall Milton, whether he stays or goes, and then you got Roderick Robinson coming in next year, will be a freshman. I mean, this kid is exciting, really good prospect. Again, I think he's going to do very well for Georgia. Georgia fans, you should be happy. You got another great running back. That is going to be it for us, though, here. If you guys like this content, subscribe, like the video, hit that bell icon so you don't miss any of these. We appreciate any and all support that you guys give us. If you want to check out the website or any of our guides, we've got a CFF guide, a Devi guide, and a freshman supplemental guide. All those will be linked in the description below. Everybody have yourselves a great day, and we'll talk